Yo, what's good, y'all? I'm back here with another yap sesh, and today I wanted to yap about something that's probably a little bit more meaningful to me, honestly, because it's about my favorite brand and a brand that I genuinely think is the most underrated brand showing at Paris Fashion Week, and it's Botter World. If you go online and it's hard to find, you actually have to put in Botter World, but teach his own. I really wanted to talk about this brand mainly because it was my first introduction into fashion. I never was really into just diving deep into brands and stuff like that, but Botter was the first brand that I ever actually took 2, 3, 4 steps into actually learning what they really stand for, this and this and that. Besides just a TikTok reel that popped up on my account. Teach his own. I'm gonna tell y'all about why Botter is really just my favorite brand, and yeah, let's talk. Okay, so the history of Botter is really, Botter started in 2017 and started showing in Paris in 2019. At least that's where it's listed at. And the two main creative directors, which really the two people that actually started the brand, is hopefully I'm not crushing their name like crazy.
Rashmi Botter
And
Lissy Herb.
Rashmi Botter is from Cacao and Lisi is from Amsterdam. And when you actually look into the brand, you'll see that the two worlds really collide and mix in very well. They first met at Antwerp. Antwerp is a school of fashion and the arts, essentially. Really, where Botter essentially started with them too is their successful award-winning final show that they did at Antwerp. Really gave a boost to their idea of Botter and really was essentially the birth of Botter. Botter is really just the creative marriage of the two, that Afrocentric Caribbean area, and the tailoring from a lot of the Amsterdam and Dutch places. What makes Botter so good? What makes Botter so enticing to me? What I really like about Botter is the way they're able to incorporate not only just the cultural side of things, but just generally creating an actual message through funful play and just great design, to be honest. And at the end of everything, it doesn't look boring. It's nothing. None of their shows that I've actually sat down and really looked at, none of their shows that I actually watched are ever really just flat or boring. It's very colorful. It's very upfront. It's very lively in a sense. Botter to me really accentuates this idea of a lot of black Afro culture in a sense. At least from, there's a plane flying over my head. It's still there. Well, Botter for me is really touches straight from home because the fun tailoring about everything is very much how I really grew up in a sense. Being from an African family, I really get a lot of the tropes and the stuff they really play with when it comes to the suits and everything. A suit in an African household is very large and something that you can't really run away from, in a sense. And even though Rashmi is from the more Caribbean area, it's something that really translates from both worlds. And I absolutely love the way they play with it. I love the way they take the actual tailoring of everything and flip it on its head, because I love doing that myself with my own style, and really seeing that for the first time in high school or whatever, and really understanding that, okay, this is how I would love to even style anything formal, and seeing how I came along, and that's really how I actually style a lot of my formal clothes. It was really just my first gateway and my first understanding of how I could find a general love for the formal side of clothing. And what Botter really does so well in their messaging, in their clothes, is they really create a world with each and every collection. The world is very consistent, but in its own, just that one show, it's its own idea, it's its own premise, it's its own message that they're trying to share. One will be talking about pollution and state of sustainability, while the other is talking about the ice caps. And it's really breathtaking and it draws your brain a lot. the way they're able to create these garments that actually show these ideas, but also are very consistent within their own world, but also are just a standalone thing, to me was, especially the first time I really like tapped into the actual brand, is just very, it's I can't give a word to it. I can't give a word to describe how much I love the way they do that. Like, one of their earlier collections was really a wraparound about pretty much a birthday party. Like, the bags were like inflatable helium balloons. They had shirts which was like ribbons that had like happy birthday on them, and it not only just was a whole play on a birthday party, but it also was them also sharing their message on sustainability. A lot of the clothes being represented to be recycled instruments or recycled things from parties that you may just throw away. Like what I said again, the helium bag balloons, which are a lot of things, which is something mainly that's really thrown away in birthday parties. Once they deflate, it's whatever, it's stuff like that that really accentuates their idea on the world and really shows their premise, and things that I genuinely really love about the brand. They're not forcing down an idea down your throat. They're not just shoving things down your face and stuff like that. A good idea of this would be the Hell hoodie shirt thing, or Hell design that they had, which was really just a play on Shell, a gasoline brand, a gasoline company essentially, that is very known for being very pollutive to the world essentially. And they pretty much just had a nice little play on their name, really, Shell, Hell. And this is like one of the cool little points in which Barter finds a way to just directly share their message, but still isn't really shoving it down your throat. They're still making cool, great, cohesive garments within their shows, but they're pushing an actual message. And especially because they're showing in Paris, and they're also showing these ideas of not only the life of a Caribbean or a life of just an Afro person, and the background in which a lot of these people come from, and just showing that idea through fashion in a space that really isn't as historically like giving to us people. It's very nice to see that they're incorporating a lot of those things while combining that structured tailoring from I would say Lisi's background. When you really look into their shows, the creative plays really come from the Afro side, so Ramsey Barter's side, and the structure in which a lot of these garments are really shown through is a lot of Lisi's work. I want to say she's really the glue within Barter. I really feel like her background, and which even looking into a lot of her work, so a lot of the stuff that she did at Antwerp, you can really see that she really is the structure or the backbone within Barter. Going into honestly my favorite part of Barter, in which I really love, mainly because like this is where a lot of their playfulness really comes through, and it's Barter's accessories. Like, one of them I really talked about before was the collection in which it was essentially a birthday party, and they had the helium balloon bags. That's really cool. When I first saw those are amazing. Barter really has a really cool and unique way in which they curate their accessories really, from shoe wear to bags and a lot of stuff like that. Those pieces don't take away or just are standalone items of the collection. They really work in with the idea in which they had. My first love with any accessory or any shoe, anything that they put out, was the soccer shoe that was pretty much just stuck right on top of a dress shoe. I love that so much because it really is like they're a genuine like combination of a a dress shoe and your just typical soccer shoe, which is really Afro. It's really like Caribbean Afro, like black people really outside of America. Soccer really outside of America is just a deep thing, especially in Afro culture. And especially just in not even just Afro culture, in places in Europe and stuff like that, connecting both worlds in very much sense. And it's just a very literal like combination. I'm putting a soccer shoe on top of a dress shoe, and I really love that because it really came off really well on the shows and everything. Watching him on the runway and everything, when I first saw him, I think it was like my sophomore year. I was broke as hell. I couldn't get him. I already knew I couldn't get him, but I, like, you know me, I'm a window shopper. Go watch my video right here. But going into it and just really trying to look in which there was any way I could even get my hands on one of those. I don't even need to buy them. I just wanted to touch them, to see them with my own two eyes. Was just, bro, it was a genuine struggle, and I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any way that I could possibly get my hands on them, to be honest. So it like really broke my heart, because I think those shoes are really like shoes that they use mainly for runways, essentially, or just showcases or anything. I don't know. I haven't seen any like celebrity with them on, to be honest. If I was a celebrity, I would have them on every day. To each his own though. Stuff like that with Botter, and it's not even just that. Botter doubled up. I think like a year later in their next show, and they did the show was really talking about like the melting ice caps and just global warming in general, and a way that they played into that, with at least the shoes especially, is that they literally dunked a soccer shoe into like an acrylic cast, and the shoe came out like amazing. I loved it. It was really a nice little play with the ice, like it's supposed to be ice, but it's acrylic essentially, and it just really read well on the clothes and the garments, and it really read well on the runway. And I would love to actually, like, a lot of these items in which I'm saying, like that other shoe and this shoe, I would really love to see someone walk around with them. I don't know if Botter would even let someone walk around with them, but I would love to see someone like actually put an IRL actual fit with them, because I think these pieces are really nice and cool, and they're funny. That's what I really love about Botter. Everything that they create, in which, even if it's a serious topic or just a whatever topic, or a topic that is just general within their brand, they try to have a playful, colorful idea on everything, and I really love that. Even in that same show, which I talked about, that shoe that was encased in the acrylic, they also had amazing bags. They had literal bags in ice. Like the bags was ice. They have a backpack with like these like swimming shoes, I think they are, in like a bag. Bro, that was amazing. They even had the models even put their hands in like condoms essentially, and the condoms were just filled with like colored water, and it was like it's like really cool out of the box things that you don't usually see a lot of brands do, or you don't even see a lot of brands even tackle, because that's not the points in which they're looking at. And it's really cool because stuff like that, again, really playful. I love playful things, and it's really fun to see things like that. My favorite accessory, aside from the first shoe I really talked about, the soccer shoe on top of a dress shoe, is the buoy bag. I would love the buoy bag. The buoy bag, I don't think it's on their site no more. I'm pretty sure I checked. I literally check every year. I think I checked like last week. It's not on there, but I think you can like find it on Essence or whatever. The buoy bag was amazing. If I actually went to prom, I would have forced my mom to like give me money to buy that bag, because I really wanted to go to prom with that bag, but my dumb ass wanted to skip. So to each his own. But I love that buoy bag because it within itself. I watched another video in which Bliss Foster did an in-depth into that collection, in which they had that bag in, and the buoy bag really is just it's literally just what it is. It's just a bag that's in the shape of a buoy, and I really liked it because it's like a blown up version of. I love blowing up things, of like little things, and it's like a bag or something. It's really cool. It's funny, and it really plays into this like Caribbean, ocean type vibe thing. That's a lot of stuff you would see in the ocean, buoys, obviously. So yeah, stuff like that is really cool. Another thing that's also really cool that a lot of people like to touch upon is the fur chair. Let me just reset this. And why do I think Botter is so underrated? I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. Botter is really amazing. I think people should really tap into the stuff that they do. Maybe it's because they don't really sell a lot of the stuff they show on the actual runway. I wouldn't say it's because of that, because a lot of other brands don't do the same. A lot of the runway stuff don't make it to the actual stores, or just for private buyers if they want to actually buy the item. But I don't know. I feel like Botter's on their way up. They show, at least now, consistently in Paris fashion, the Paris Fashion Week schedule, which is really nice. Great for them. They really deserve their place in which they should be standing at. I really do think they should be higher than where they're at right now. The idea and everything about the brand, the movement within the brand, everything they stand for, Rashemi and Lisi, I think it's very much something that's new to Paris fashion, and something that I think a lot of people try to contribute to other designers, but the other designers aren't really like standing 10 toes down on it, like Rashemi and Lisi, in my opinion. Rashemi being a black Afro designer is really nice to see. Lisi being another strong woman designer is really nice to see, and them both actually combining both of their skills is really cool to see, and really cool to see how their ideas come out and how they created this amazing world in which I fell in love with, in which I can even say I took a lot of styling tips from, and I love it. I love Botter. Botter loves you. Amazing. Mwah. Let me know what you think about the video. Write a comment down below. Hit the like button. Share the video. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if there's anything I even missed. Let me know if there's anything that you got from the video. This is my first time really doing an in-depth, like, actual research video on a topic like this for my Yap session. So I really like videos like this. It's really cool, especially talking about brands that I really like, especially talking about clothes. It's always amazing. So yeah, I love y'all. Have a good day. God bless. Teach his own. Deuces.